Buenas noches, mi gente, and welcome to UCTV, brought to you by Coalicion, Unida. UCTV was started with a goal, una meta, to entertain, educate, and unite during a time when we couldn't leave the house because of the pandemic. Now, when we're finally seeing the light, we decided to add more fabulousness to the show. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, then make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a single episode. Just like FayWhat! And we've got a fun show today. It is the first of our new segment called Tuck Talk, Behind the Padding. And we're going to end our show on a humorous point, as we always do, with one of our funny segments. So drag queens have been around since forever, right? Since a little boy dressed up in his mother's clothes and performed for the family a trillion years ago. From vaudeville to RuPaul's Drag Race, drag queens have been a staple in the LGBTQ community, and some even say that they are the holders of our history. And I, for one, say, thank God! Drag queens for me have always represented beauty, elegance, no fear, and inspiration. In a community that sometimes can be divided from within, drag queens have always been the ones to hang with all the letters in the LGBTQIA. I'm blessed that I'm constantly around a few because of what I do, and they inspire me. I mean, just think about these amazing divas. Athena Dion, T.P. Lords, Daisy Dead Petals, Poison Ivy, Tiffany Fantasia, to just name a few, because we are blessed down here in South Florida to have a ton. But the one woman that I had to start this with had to be this lady, okay? And like since day one, we were just completely connected. CC Glitzer holds a special place in my heart. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about CC before I bring her on. So CC Glitzer was born and raised in Germany, where she started doing drag 6 years ago before moving to Miami in 2018. Locally, she started her drag career at Score nightclub. Do you guys remember Score? Oh, I miss Score. And Our House Drag Brunch, and continues to work at many local venues and events and parties and brunches all over Miami and Fort Lauderdale. You can now presently catch CC at the Gathering for Wednesday night trivia and Fridays for RuPaul's Drag Race viewing party. You've got to go check it out. Make sure that you go and hang out with CC Glitzer because she makes it a fantabulous time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, CC Glitzer!
Yeah!
Listen, girl, you've got to love live TV, right? You've got to love live TV. Do you remember when we talked about this like months ago that I said, girl, we got to do something like this. Like everybody wants to know the secrets behind my dogs and also drag queens, like you guys are like peacocks, like you're beautiful and flawless. And, we just want to look at you, but we have no idea how you do any of what you do,
Yes, I remember when you texted me saying, listen, girl, I have this idea. We got to do it. Are you in? And I said, all right, let's educate the people, honey.
That's what it's all about. It's all about educating the people. And of course, I thought we would take it to FayWhat, but of course we went to UCTV because we wanted to do it big. So let's get this done. So it's basically, this segment is Tuck Talk, and it's all about like behind the padding. Like, what is it that you've always wanted to ask a drag queen and then maybe never had the chance to, So here we go. CC, how is drag in Germany? Let's start there.
Well, when I started drag in Germany, I would say it was a totally different world and scene as it was here as it is here in Miami or in the United States. Back 6 years ago, I would say it was more still like underground scene in Germany. Like you saw every now and then a drag queen in a club, not even performing, just going out to the club, right? Meanwhile, here in the US, there's like a brunch in every corner of the street. There is a bar in every street does a drag show, nightclubs everywhere, daytime drag. It's everywhere here in the US. And now I would say in Germany, it's getting there more and more, because I would probably say because of RuPaul's Drag Race coming overseas and fans and everything. So yeah, it's getting more and more there.
Do you remember the first time that you saw a drag queen? And was that the time that you said, okay, I want to do that, or I can do that better? Knowing you're like, I can do that better.
Well, I have to say the first time I saw a drag queen was actually a live show, a cabaret style of show in Germany, because that's what the queens do there. It's more like a cabaret, the old school, the old big feathers, Las Vegas kind of style, right? So the first time I saw a drag queen, I was like, oof, what an experience, like the whole glamour and everything. And then I looked at her and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I know I can do it better than she does. But then it didn't happen until, like, I would say a year or two after, when I met my now husband in Germany, and he introduced me to RuPaul, watching RuPaul's Drag Race season 1 back in the day, and telling me all about it and letting me know that he thinks that I should do that and that I would be great at it. And so he really inspired me, and actually was the person who made me start being like that.
Oh my God, that is such a great story, CC. Oh man. And look, and you mentioned RuPaul's Drag Race. So, this, like, how, if somebody from Alabama is watching this, and this is like their only way to see anything to do with drag, maybe they don't have it where they're at, how do you think that they would know that this business would be for them? Because this is not an easy business to be in, right? I mean, it could even be almost cutthroat.
Yeah, it's not easy. You got to be bold. You got to be bold. You got to have the cojones.
For you people that don't know what cojones is, balls. Okay, so continue.
Balls, yeah. Tennis balls, honey.
Yes, the size of, yes. Okay.
Well, it's hard to say or to tell someone if this profession is something for you. You just got to try it out and see if you like it as much as you think you like it. It's definitely hard. It's a hard job. You work a lot of nights, because most likely drag is still happening at night, right? You work all the weekends most likely, because then we have brunch. You in high heels at least 4 to 8 hours a day or a night. You don't have a lot of sleep. You have to prepare yourself. You have to get a couple of skills like styling hair or making outfits. So it's nothing easy, and it's definitely a full-time job. And if you're good, it's a well-paid full-time job.
I get it. Yeah. Well, and that's something like you touched on. Like, I've been blessed that you've done my makeup and you've like made me look beautiful, so you've got that natural talent. So do you make your own looks? Do you make your own costumes? I mean, I don't mean all the time, but for the most part?
Not all the time. I do a couple of things myself. I just kind of started.
Glue gun. No.
Yes, I mean, there you can use, actually, just give a drag queen, you just need to give a piece of fabric and something that glues, and you can make an outfit, right? Like, even it's duct tape, hot glue, spray adhesive, staples, whatever. You creative, you can make out of nothing something really glamorous and spectacular. Right.
Staples though. Oh my God. Okay, so Cece, look, I made the joke of a glue gun, but that is fact. Like, I learned that from a drag queen. I had a tear in my dress. She was like, "Nah, baby, we got you. Want done." I was good for the rest of the night. Now the whole freaking dress was actually glued to me, right? And then I learned some of the painful ordeals that drag queens go through.
Yes.
I mean, like, you guys will literally glue something to your bodies. Like, what?
Literally, spray adhesive is like my second skin. Like, my tatas are obviously not real, because I live my day life as a man. So I have these cushions that I spray with spray adhesive and literally press it on my skin and let it sit until it stays there.
Oh my God. And do you ever get like an allergic reaction or a rash or something from that? I mean, like, you know,
No, but,
you got that beautiful, sweet white skin, Miss CC.
well, knock on wood. I don't have much wood here, but this. But knock on wood. So far, I don't have any allergies or reactions. Of course, your skin, if you peel it off, it's red at the moment, but goes away pretty fast too. Yeah, but
Okay.
we do definitely stuff that you probably shouldn't do on a regular basis.
Did you see that YouTube of that woman that sprayed her head with Gorilla Glue spray?
With her hair.
Don't, yes, don't ever do that. And the poor girl had to go through a surgery and everything. Anyway, girl, let me continue. So, what hurts the most out of a drag look? I mean, because like you said, you're on heels and not like normal little pigeon heels. You know, you're not wearing like the bridesmaid, never a bride, small heel. You're wearing like the gangster, after I'm done with this gig, I could, you know, strut down the street and like really shake my ass heels. You know what I mean?
The stripper.
Or I could be, I can go, yeah, I didn't want to say that, but you know what I meant. Yeah. You know? What hurts the most of all of that? I mean, you put glue on your eyebrows. I know that. You tuck certain places that we're going to get to. You wear those heels, you glue things to your body. What hurts the most?
Well, I can't say what hurts the most because it's you get used to it. To a lot of pain, you get used to it after doing it a couple of times. Sometimes you don't feel it anymore that much. So, but what I would say actually is there's nothing comfortable about doing or being drag, but being comfortable with yourself.
Mm.
That's
I love that.
That's what you should be as a drag queen. Yeah.
Well, and what I noticed, you know, I love that I've been able to go see you perform on countless occasions, but I see your face light up like it's freaking Christmas when you get the love from people.
Yes.
You know, I mean, you guys actually, I mean, yeah, if you are on RuPaul's Drag Race, you're making bucks. But I mean, if you're working and hustling, you know, you guys don't have insurance. If you get sick and you don't work, you don't get paid. You know,
I didn't work for a whole year.
Oh my God. And you guys were hit hard because you couldn't work during COVID. I know that some girls were doing like shows online and stuff like that, but that wasn't sustainable.
Yeah, no, not sustainable. And second of all, like you said, I'm lighting up if I see the people and the audience in front of me. This is like what I need to do this profession. I need to see your beautiful faces. I need to be able to touch you and to play with you when I perform. And not having that, but starting to do a couple of online shows back when everything started. That was not fulfilling for me, like not seeing the people in front of me and not being able to play with them the way I do my performances. So I started doing a couple of online shows, but then I was like, no, it's not really fulfilling. Let me get creative in a different way, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's what we do in the LGBTQ community, right? We pivot. We figure out. We don't have a choice. It's how we've always been. It's fight or flight. So what else I wanted to ask you, CC? How do you put a look together? Like, you know, do you just like, okay, go to the closet, pick this and this and this and this, or do you see something that like, do you see somebody perform at an award show and go, okay, I can do that look, but in my way? Like, what could spark up a new look for you?
Well, I have to say I get and can get inspired by more likely everything that I see. That might be something on TV, that might be something I hear on the radio, I see on social media, internet, red carpet, whatever. That might be something or someone on the street while I walk, or something I hear in a club or a bar. So my inspiration comes from everywhere or can be anything. And that's how I like it. It's a time phase from having a vision until I get the look ready. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it takes longer.
And sometimes it takes more money and sometimes it doesn't, right? It just kind of all depends.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, girl, I can only imagine. All right, so let's get to some real stuff now. I am another blessing for me is that I know your husband, and he's one of my favorite people. He's freaking amazing. If we asked him, is it hard to date a drag queen? What would his answer be?
Ooh.
Notice that I made sure that he's not there now to ask you this.
What would his answer be? I think he would say, it might be hard to date or to be with a drag queen, but I know as a fact that my husband is also my number one fan. So he likes it.
Yeah, all right. You tell me the real answer later. No, I'm joking. You're so cute. I love you. And again, watching you perform and seeing your husband like two steps behind you, fixing you and everything, it brings me so much joy. So I know that he definitely is your number one fan.
Yeah.
So next, so drag queens, they you know their transformation always looks so smooth down there, if you know what I mean, right? But there's a reason for it because there's a method to the feminine aesthetic that comes with a drag queen when she's doing splits on stage or lifting her leg up high, and it's a mystery. How do they do it? Does it hurt? Tell me, Cece.
It's called the magic of the duct tape, Sonny.
Okay, all right. Oh, so it starts with duct tape. So does the tape matter? Can I get it at the dollar store, or do I have to go to Home Depot to that special aisle of tape?
No, I think you can get duct tape more likely everywhere. Like I saw it at Walmart. I saw it at what's Target.
Okay.
Like dollar store, I believe, has duct tape as well. And then the name is literally duct tape, right? It's not a special thing. Just get duct tape. You can get it in any color, whatever you prefer. They have leopard print if you like that. You can duct tape your dingling with a leopard print.
Do you ever go leopard, Cece?
Haven't done that yet.
Okay, all right, but you brought it up, so it's on your mind. I'm just, now
it-
you know what you're getting for Christmas from UCTV. We're gonna send you a box of duct tape, but the leopard kind.
Is that different kinds or leopard?
Leopard. I'm gonna send you a leopard.
I feel like a real pussycat.
Yes, meow. All right, so show us how this is done, and I guess you know we're a family-friendly show for the most part.
So what you usually like, like I always say, there are many ways that are leading to Rome, right? So what
or Germany in your point.
Or Germany in my way, exactly. So the way I do it might not be something that another drag queen does, right? But what I usually do, like, I think you can imagine what this is supposed to be right now. Like it's hanging like that, and you got like the two balls hanging here, right?
So yeah, I still have nightmares about that 4 months of my life. Yes.
Like I get my duct tape. In this case, I have clear duct tape. I can't do this because this is a leather cloth, so I'm not going to put it around there today. But I usually go around my thing with the duct tape.
All the way, from top to bottom.
Before that, I create something like this. Is like I should have gotten the leopard one so you all can see it better. What I create with 3 stripes of duct tape is a V form, right? Like not a V, a Y. Excuse me, I'm German. So you
made kind of like a thong, sort of, with the tape.
Exactly, kind of like a thong is what I'm wearing here out of duct tape. You're gonna push your balls inside more likely, right? And then
you gotta make sure they're in.
They're in. You push them inside with the skin. You put your thong kind of duct tape, Y shape on top of it, and then you pull it back. This doesn't stay on the glove, of course. It's on your bare skin, by the way. By the way. By the Y. And then you pull it back between your cheeks.
And you put it in between your cheeks.
In between your cheeks, yes.
Okay. But let's say you've taken, how do you deal with hair? Like, do you wax? Do you shave?
Well, I'm shaved down there.
Okay. All right.
I'm,
So
I'm
that,
like everywhere where I put glue or tape on my body, I'm basically shaved. Like from my my legs are hairy. That's the only thing I would say. I've never done any glue on my legs. So.
ooh, ouch, ouch. So does it hurt? And how do you go to the bathroom? Do you
Well,
ever go to the bathroom during a gig, or you just have to redo it? Then I mean,
well, you try to hold it for most of the time because this is not the only thing that you wear, right? You wear 3 to 4 pairs of stockings. You wear your hip pads. You wear your outfit, your costume, and everything. So it's not the only thing that you wear is the duct tape, or that's not an issue if you have to use the bathroom. So in my case, I try to hold this as long as I can. That might be working for a whole night till I get home and change. That sometimes it's not gonna take that long, and I really have to use the bathroom. So you kind of de-drag doing like in a little break between a show, and you have to take it off and re-duct tape after.
wow. Okay, Diva, because I have been to your events and you are drinking. You're drinking with everybody, So it's like okay, I can't have another drink because I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So you are a trooper.
Well, I try not to drink beer.
Okay.
That's the only thing I try to my drinking when I'm in drag.
Yeah, I was waiting for the end of that statement. I try not to drink. I'm like, and then you said beer, and I go, oh, okay, now I get it.
Everything else is fine.
Everything else is fine. Lo que sea, bring it on. Yo me lo bebo. No problem. Oh, beer. No. I mean, come on. I have to, I have to be up early. So tell us about the padding. What's up with the padding? What does that do?
The padding gives you a shape, a female body shape, right? A booty, hips, nice, legs, and what I do is I have my padding pants.
Padding pants?
Yes, it's a pant. Like this is the front. It's hard to see like that, but this is
No, I can see it. No, I can see it perfectly. So, but did you make that, or is that something that you bought?
That's something that I bought.
Oh my God, that's so cool that exists. No, that's so cool
Yes.
that exists. I mean, how did people do it before?
Yes. Well,
How did ladies like pad before?
well, basically, what you have in here is a foam, right? Mattress foam. So my first 3 paddings I've made myself, right? Four paddings I made myself, and then now I found this drag queen on Facebook who is making these pants. And I was like, okay, I can support my community. I can support my sister and sending her a couple of bucks. And this makes my life a little easier by just pulling them on, right? Before I put like just the foam part inside of my stockings. And this is way faster and easier now with these.
I love that. I love that. And I love that, like what you said, I get to help another sister in drag and I get to help the community. I mean, that's badass. Like, is there anything else like that you buy from another drag queen or something that I know you buy your wigs?
Yes.
And that right there's a pretty penny. But like, is there something else that you buy to make life easier?
Yes. Well, this hair is actually done by Serena Chacha. Just got it. Serena Chacha, you might know her from RuPaul's Drag Race. I can't remember the season, but she lives in Fort Lauderdale. And she is a daughter of one of my closest sisters in Miami, Erica Norell. Everyone knows Erica Norell, of course. She makes a lot of my outfits, a lot of my evening gowns, a lot of my dresses and everything. She's an amazing costume designer, and everyone who wants something really fancy and great done, or even like the simplest evening gown, Erica rocks that shit.
Oh my God, she does. But I mean, Erica has won every crown like known to man, like to the point where they had to invent one. All right, the Erica Norell, let's just give her this crown here.
Exactly. Yes. Because she's a great entertainer.
No, she really is. What's the most you've paid for something, for a dress? Your husband's not there. He won't know.
I think the most expensive dress that I have was almost $900, which is not actually that expensive. There are a lot
That's
of
expensive, girl. That's expensive.
and it is expensive, but let me tell you, there are a lot of gowns that you can get, especially if you compete, right? In pageants, if you're a pageant girl, um, these girls spend 5,000, 6,000, $9,000 on just one single dress.
Wow. And those aren't the kind of dresses like this girl that can return it after using them.
No, because most likely they are made for you. Most likely
Oh,
they are designed onto your body, and then all the beads and all the rhinestones and all that
oh,
shit is expensive. And
oh my
it
God.
takes a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So it's a price that is necessary, I would say.
No, I got you. Wow, it really does seem like it would be a lot of work. Oof. Um, did you know how to walk in the heels automatically, or was that something that you had to practice in? Because I'm always like, just again, cis woman, and I cannot stand on shoes like that for 8 hours. I can't. Not even in my 20s when my boobs were perky and I was 3 sizes smaller.
Well, I have to say, I started practicing really early. I was wearing my mama high heels when I was 4 years old, 5 years old, wobbling around with their high heels, with my auntie and my mama high heels. Um, but it depends on the high heel that I'm wearing right now. It is like I can walk in them, I can dance in them, but sometimes a specific kind of high heel hurts a little more than the other one, if you know what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
Like, it really depends. I have a lot of comfortable high heels, and then I have high heels that I want to take off after a minute again.
Oh my God. Well, girl, okay, let me help you with a note. Since you're telling me all these fantastic things about behind the scenes and talk behind the padding. You know that there's a spray that you can buy on Amazon that you could spray at the bottom of your feet. Like if you're gonna wear like your brand new heels and you know they're gonna hurt, and it kind of is like a numbing kind of cream, so you can't feel anything on your feet.
Okay, girl, spill the tea now. Teaching a big old drag queen new shit.
What? And you know that I learned all kinds of stuff from you, so I got to give back. I got to give back, girl. I'm
Yeah.
se- I'm sending it to your house. All
What's
right, so
the
so CZ, oh my God, I could talk to you all day. I'm so sorry. Tell me some tips for a new drag baby. What would you tell a new drag baby?
Oh, what would I tell a new drag baby? Just go out, be yourself, um, do what you want to do, be fierce, and do it. Do it. Be bold, be strong, and you got it.
At the beginning of this, in the intro, I said how I personally felt that drag queens, entertainers, performers, they are the only ones in the LGBTQ community that really honestly hang out with all the letters. Do you agree with that statement? And why is that?
Why is that is a good question. I mean, I totally agree with that statement. It's like, even like right now, it's like even with the straights, right? We have to involve the straights now in our community too, because
The heteros, yes.
the heteros, yes. um, well, I think from the beginning of times, it was like that just transsexual women or men and the drag queens were fighting for our community. We had the strongest voices and we made the loudest noise, and we still do. And I think that's why we are connecting with everyone in our community to see how everyone is doing and where help is needed, right? Like, we are always the first ones on the street to fight for any kind of right that we deserve, just like anyone else.
Yeah. No, you really are. You are. And it's funny because it's like, I'm always trying to unite the G and the L, right? Because we're under the same umbrella, but
Oh
for
yeah.
some reason, they don't mesh all the time, and when I think about it, it's like my drag sisters, they hang out with the lesbians, they hang out with the gay boys, they hang out with with the transgender. They really do hang out with everybody. Like there is no like discrimination when it comes to where you're hanging and what you're doing and where you're working at.
Yeah, because I also think, like, I fall in love with a person and not with a gender, right? Or in what, or with someone because you are into that and I'm into that. No, I fall in love with a person because of a character and of your personality, and that can be a woman, a man, a transgender, a cis, gay, a lesbian, a whatever you want to title yourself, right? And if I feel comfortable around you and if I like you, I want to spend time with you. That's all.
You're absolutely right. That's it. Well, thank you so much, Cece. Thank you for answering all our crazy questions. And we're going to have you back again on another Tuck Talk for sure. But do you mind staying with us for our funny segment?
Of course.
Oh, yay. Okay, let me do my happy dance. Okay, David always likes when I do my happy dance, so I do it. All right. So reminding all of you that UCTV could not be possible without Unity Coalition, Coalición Unida, representing Latinx, Hispanic, and Indigenous LGBTQ leadership and pride in equality, education, and empowerment since 2002. Take our online survey and tell us how we're doing, what we can do better, and what you want to see for 2021. Doing so will qualify you for some UCCU vintage swag. So go check out unitycoalition.org. Siempre ayudando nuestra comunidad. I also want to let you guys know about Unity Coalition, Coalición Unida Micro Giving Incubator Fund. It's all about community building, startup support, and hope. Micro giving is most often thought of as the charitable donation of small increments of money from a single donor to a specific recipient. But over the last decade, and especially the last year with COVID, this giving option has grown and evolved to including a variety of needs, including ideas for the future, resources, and funding opportunities. Unity Coalition, Coalición Unida, trae microgiving a la comunidad LGBTQ del sur de la Florida con un enfoque en lo que las personas necesitan ahora mismo y la oportunidad de ayudarlo a estar un paso más cerca de la estabilidad, la prosperidad, la devolución y el cumplimiento de sus sueños. It's all about Unity Coalition's microgiving fund. So for all the information, go on our website, unitycoalition.org, or on any of our social media platforms. So it is time for our funny segment, and it's called What Drag Queens Say. So drag queens say the darndest things. So we decided to school you all in some drag queen terminology. Cece, you ready?
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Let's go, girl.
Let's do it, girl. All right, let's start with the word hunty. Hunty, a term of endearment, originates from an inventive pairing of the words honey and a certain C word that we can't say here.
Hunty, is it just me or does your weave come from the R5 store? Oh, wait, you don't stop there anymore. I got too expensive.
Girl, that was a read. Next, work. A term meaning to work your body, to strut, especially on a runway, to give an outstanding presentation.
Better work. If you are going to take on a Diana Ross routine, then you better work, bitch.
Yes. Yes. Shade. Shade, the casting of aspersions, a form of insult, bluntly pointing out a person's flaws or faults, derived from the term reading.
Ooh, no tea, no shape, but plastic surgery wouldn't be the worst thing to happen to you, honey.
You're killing me, Cece. I'm supposed to be the host. I'm supposed to be focused, and I can't with you. Library. An activity in which drag queens are invited to read other queens, referring to the fact that you read in a library.
The library is open because reading is what? Fundamental.
Realness, the act of appearing to be convincingly realistic, authentic, or accurate. The act of being extremely blunt, frank, or honest.
If you have a chair wig, chair makeup, and you can imitate her singing voice, then you are serving chair realness.
Yes, you are, chair. Yes, you are. Do you believe in love? Okay, no. All right. Listen, on a side note, the other day I went to the gathering and somebody thought I was a drag queen, right? And I thought it was the biggest compliment like on earth, just to let everybody know. Okay.
That's big boobs, honey.
Yeah, maybe it was the big boobs or the big hair. All right. Next,
Maybe
for
both.
the gods. For the gods, abbreviated use of the phrase fit for the gods, phrase that qualifies an act done to perfection.
That dress is gliding to her like a second skin because it is tailored to the gods.
You know what, bitch? Clinging, clanging, whatever you say, it sounds good. Okay, I don't
Listen,
care. I love it. I
like
love it.
like I usually say, English is not my first language. I'm German. So if I
I
make
love it.
anything up or say anything wrong, excuse you because I don't give a shit.
Yep, exactly. And it should never, and you don't have to give an S. It's completely fine. I love it. All right, because you fishy. That's the next word. Fishy. Generally used to refer to a queen who seems real in terms of femininity. It is also possible to serve fish, meaning the queen is going for a particularly girly look.
This queen is so fishy. She can easily pass for a 90s Halle Berry.
A 90s Halle Berry. Yeah.
That's what the guy probably thought about you in the club the other night.
Maybe. You know how many Halle Berries it would take to make this 6 foot tall Amazon? About 4. All right, next, the 5Gs, an acronym meaning good God, get a grip, girl. The term was originally coined on the show by season 4 contestant and South Florida girl, Latrice Royale.
The 5Gs, please. Good God, get a grip, girl.
I love it. Thank you, CC. Thank you, CC, for being our guest today and staying for our funny ending segment. We love you. We can't wait to have you back. For all you folks watching, make sure that you go to the gathering when you come down to South Florida to visit. She's there 2 nights a week, and now more than ever she's there at the gathering, so you should go check her out. I mean, her shows are amazing. She's so funny, she's so relatable, and like, you will have a blast with her no matter what, so trust me. Right, CC?
Thank you so much, Faye. That was so beautiful of you. And happening soon, we about to plan, and we are in the cooking of something new at the gathering. It's going to happen every Sunday, and it's called Sunday Funday with your hostess of the mostest, CC Glitzer.
Yes. Oh, we need something. Yes. We need something else that's on a Sunday. I'm so down. I can't wait. Thank you, CC. We'll see you next time, Mama.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too. Ay, qué linda. I love her. And listen, we could have sat here for like another hour talking stuff about just drag stuff, that is just how interesting our community is, and I'm so happy and elated that we get to spotlight that here on UCTV. So if you have a great idea or a story that you want to share, or you think that we should cover, or that we should talk to, or find some experts in our LGBTQ community that know about that particular topic, we want to hear it. Cuéntanos, and it might be featured in one of our upcoming segments of UCTV. So send them our way on our Instagram page at UCTV_Unity Coalition. So one last thing that I wanted to tell you guys about is that next week, make sure that you check out our show, and make sure that you follow us on Instagram and on Facebook and on all the social media platforms. Share this video. Tell your friends about it. We love what we do, and the more of you that love what we do, then the more that we want to do. Did any of that make sense? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But thank you again to our guest, CC Glitzer. I love that she was the first one to do our Tuck Talk behind the padding, because she's just so simply amazing, and a fan, and also a family member to Unity Coalition. And of course, I want to thank those behind the camera, Luis Flores, our producer and director, and the person that I can't do any of this without, David Fernandez, our project manager, and our very own Herb Sosa, executive producer. Join us for next week's show as we discuss mental illness and addiction during a pandemic. We're going to be talking to Coach Rachel Simpson. She is incredible, and wait till you hear her point of view. And I want to ask her all kinds of stuff about how overdoses are up, depression is up. What can we do to to help our people in the LGBTQ community that might be struggling. Plus, we're going to learn all about Miami movement and how Renee Rodriguez's open stage is giving us life. Our own correspondent, John Buckley, is going to be there live. Like I said, don't forget to share, subscribe, and like us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Tell your friends. Yo soy FayWhat. Y los veo la próxima semana, aquí mismo on UCTV. Peace out.
Unity Coalition, Coalicion Unida, is advancing equality and fairness for the Hispanic and Indigenous LGBTQ community through education, leadership, and resources since 2002.
UCTV, our weekly online show bringing you all the best of our organization, the LGBTQ plus community, and our allies.
Celebrate Orgullo is South Florida's Hispanic and Indigenous Pride Festival.
15 días llenos de arte, cultura, comunidad, música y mucho más.
Every October,
Celebrate Orgullo.
Unity and diversity. Elevate. A day of workshops, tools, and being nicer to yourself, each other, and the planet. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm being nicer to you, Houston.
And the planet.
And the planet.
Every year, we celebrate our Trans Art Conference and Art Lab Gallery for the trans and non-binary community.
all inclusive. Our microgiving incubator fund provides funding and mentoring for startup businesses and continued education to help you achieve your goals. Giving back.
Not only do we support our community in South Florida, we also do work in Colombia and into South America.
Con recursos comunitarios, mucha ayuda, educación para nuestra comunidad más vulnerable, estamos también dando equipos de bioseguridad, pero sobre todo mucho amor.
Unity Coalition, Coalición Unida, es tu organización for the Latinx, Hispanic, Indigenous, and LGBTQ communities.
For more information, go to unitycoalition.org. That's unitycoalition.org.